It's Friday. What's everybody doing today? Hey y'all, welcome back to my weekly live. And if this is your first time tuning in, I'm Corrine, and I love to help small business owners, mompreneurs stop winging it with their money and start gaining real control over their finances. So tonight we're getting into something a lot of people are doing, but not always doing it right. That's filing a tax extension while still owing taxes. So here's the real truth, right? Filing extension gives you more time to file, not more time to pay. So if you owe the IRS and don't send anything in by the deadline, you'll start racking up penalties and interest immediately. So, what should you actually do if you're filing an extension and think you might owe? I'm going to go break it down in step by step in a few seconds. Number one, an extension buys time to file, not to pay. An extension is just more time for paperwork. So if you owe money, the IRS still expects payment by the tax deadline period. If you pay nothing, you're giving the IRS permission to charge fees on top of what you already owe. That's not the move. That's not what we're trying to do here, right? So next is number two, how to estimate what you're going to owe. If you haven't finished your return yet, don't freeze. Do this instead. You're going to look at your income compared to last year, factor in any estimated payments you already made, and use the last year's tax bills as like your baseline. So you want to pay something now because it's going to reduce penalties in the long run. But if you do need help making that estimate, don't guess, reach out. We'll help you run the numbers. Okay. And then the other thing is, what happens if you can't pay it all? There are a few options. You can make a partial payment now. Anything helps. You can also set up an IRS payment plan if it's under 55,000 50,000 qualifies. Or you can request a 120-day short-term extension to pay. And then the last thing is you can apply for an offer and compromise if you're facing financial hardship. But again, the sooner you act, the better your results. But before I wrap, I want to open up the floor. Drop your questions in the comments, whether you're filing late, unsure what you owe, or just overwhelmed with the process. Let's talk about it right now. Give everybody time. Let me check my comments in my other areas. Okay. All right. And I'm so sorry I'm late today. So we do have a few questions. Oh, wait, wrong one. Let's go back to these questions. So, what happens if I file an extension but don't pay anything by April 15th? Penalties and interest start immediately. The failure to file pay penalty is 0.5% of what you owe per month, up to 25%. Even paying $100 shows effort and helps reduce the damage. Okay. The next question I have that was sent previously, how do I estimate what I owe if I haven't finished my tax return yet? Like I said, start by comparing your current income to last year. If it's similar, use the last year's tax as your base. If your income increased, bump the estimate up. Need help? That's where I'm here for. So send us a DM or send us an email that you need some help, and we can book a consultation. And can I still set up a payment plan if I miss the April 15th deadline? Yes, but every day you wait adds interest and penalties. The IRS typically approves installment plans for balances, like I said, under 50,000. So if you agree to pay monthly payments. And there's also a fee for an installment agreement for over $125. That's off the base of my head. That's the last time I checked. It was $125 to put in an installment agreement. And I do have one question that just came in. Does filing an extension increase my chance of getting audited? Not at all. Filing extension doesn't make you a target, but rushing and making mistakes when you file late, that can raise red flags. Okay. So basically, if I don't see any more questions, here's the bottom line. Filing extension is a backup plan, not a solution. If you know you owe the IRS, it's time to take action and not push it aside. If this sounds like you, stop waiting and let's fix it. We can help you file the extension properly, estimate what you owe, and set up a payment strategy that works for you. So you can always DM us if you're on Instagram. Go to our link in our bio, or book a consultation today by visiting our website or sending us an email at hello@faithaccs.com. Don't let a short-term delay turn into a long-term problem. If you found this helpful, hit like, share with someone who needs to hear it, and I'll see you next week. Thank you very much, everyone. Bye.